So this week, I think this is going to be kind of short. It might feel a little bit all over the place, but it's because I think I am finished with my audio. Like,
What? Really?
I don't know if I just accidentally trashed half of it or I don't know what, but it
Uh-huh.
seemed so intimidating at first and it seemed like so much to review. And it has been like some of them have been hours and hours long. But I mean, I don't know where you're sitting at, but I think we've been working really hard since we've started all this. And for anybody that ghost hunts and you feel like your shit's just sitting there and piling on, maybe start doing this. Like, make homework assignments for yourself because I am caught up to where I have nothing but these like hotels that I've done. Like one of them's from last year, 2025. Well, it's not one, it's like three different hotels, but that's all that I've got left to review. Like,
Wow. Yeah, right. I know what you did. You said delete. I'm so close to being done. Look at this. I only have two more files. Delete, delete.
I was just like, oops.
Now I don't have so much to review.
I just lost the lost SD cards or something. And we really
Uh,
have. We really
yeah,
have, unfortunately, lost a bunch of stuff that I was devastated to
man.
um, feel like I know I was video recording. I know I had something. Where is it? Like, where did it go? There was this, and I don't have names, but, and maybe I've talked about this before, but like when we did the Conjuring House, we also did a day tour of two other houses.
Yeah.
And one of them, maybe I didn't record, but one of them, like, it was basically a daytime investigation, but with the lady that, like, tour, opens this house up for people. And I know that that got recorded and it's
Right.
like gone. It's just gone.
Yeah.
Like there's all these little locations that, and then there's just evidence from like, I've said this before, but like, where did the rest of my Transalganian go? I
Yeah.
feel like there's bits and pieces missing from the Conjuring House. But that
Yeah.
wasn't on purpose. I definitely mourn the losses of those videos. But I don't think I got any more. I have checked my devices and my cards and whatnot so many times. Like, this is kind of it for me. And perfect timing because we have investigations right around the corner, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. You're about to fill them back up.
Yeah, I am because I also do still have those hotels that I did, and so I have a bit coming from those, and that's a number of things there. But I don't know. I feel like I did something. I feel like pretty good about what we
Yeah.
are both doing here. Like stuff I thought we wouldn't get to until we retired 20 years from now.
Yeah, for sure. And that it's funny that you bring that up because my husband asked me like, you can't still have like a lot to review. And yeah, exactly. That's what I did. I was like, okay, that's wishful thinking. I think I have a lot. My problem is that I am here's my recorder, turn it on and let it roll all night. So like, and I can't just delete it because it's like, what if the ghost decided to tell us the secrets to why spirits are around on this file somewhere embedded? I have to listen to all these hours. So I mean, I think I still have some to get through. As far as the cards go, girl, I just keep running into cards that are like non-readable anymore.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that like crushes me. When I put in a new card, I'm like, oh, wow, I just found a card. This had to have had something on it. Put it in my computer, and it's like, the fuck you think you doing? You want to look at this? Mm-mm, let's
Like
format it and lose everything.
they're like top secret files, or
Yeah,
whatever. Um, yeah, I,
yeah,
I definitely look at some of my SD cards and like I don't know enough about it, and I don't. Your husband's in IT. Well, whatever. He's like a
yeah,
manager, corporate person now, but he knows a lot about computers, and we don't necessarily in this house. But
yeah.
there's stuff that looks funny on those cards where I'm like, is that a corrupt file? I mean, there's nothing I could do about it. It's just sitting there. But until I know a way to like turn it around, I can give it to the FBI and ask them to fix it. I don't know. But it just is what it is.
Yeah.
But you are absolutely right. Like even today, you are great about like we're in a space, boop, the
I
recorder's
know.
on. And there was at some point halfway, I would say, through our life together as investigators, which is like 15 plus years, right? So
Yeah.
somewhere like 7 years into this, I thought, I don't know why I'm fucking recording. I ain't gonna watch this shit, you know? So
I love it.
so I stopped recording while we slept,
Yes.
I said,
Yeah.
not doing that shit anymore. That's
Yeah.
wasteful and boring. And so I would just record when we were actively investigating. And when
Hmm.
it came to the audio recorder, yeah, like we talked about this in your episode last week, I used to like tape it to me and I would have
Yeah.
it on the whole time, just like you. At some point, I decided that's fucking stupid. I'm not going to listen to that. I had, like 20 files that I'm like, what am I doing here? So I started to only really pull my audio recorder out when we were doing like those burst sessions.
Yeah.
So I think that's what has saved me to where I'm like, cool, I'm done. It's just
Yes.
because I stopped. At some
I
point, I
got you.
became a pretty lazy ghost hunter. I mean,
I,
like, I feel like we put our all into it when we go to locations,
yeah, we
but
do.
I guess I got to a point where I was thinking more like, what's the point of recording this shit? Like, why don't I just try to be present, you know?
Well, I feel that. I felt like, honestly, because I'm with you with that too. For so long, we go in with all of this equipment and we're just trying so hard to document all the things that are happening that I felt like we were actually missing out on the experience itself. Like, there are things that are going on. I mean, we're actually missing the building as it is. And if there are shadows that are going on, well, it's going to be a lot harder to see them because you're having to look at the camera with the light and then you look back and then your eyes have to adjust. So like we talked about that at length too. It was like we were missing out on the whole reason why we were doing this. So we did kind of stop. We stopped, and especially with you were filming us at night. That's a lot of video to watch when nothing's fucking happening. Like you see me getting up to go to the bathroom a couple times, and you're like, "Oh, good movement." Shit, she's just peeing again for like the 40th time. No ghosts.
There was some video. This was not you and I. When I first went to Virginia City with my family, I was trying to investigate. And in that miner's cabin, no, it wasn't in the miner's cabin. It was in the Silver Queen hotel or whatever. I recorded my child and I sleeping. And
Oh.
I have watched that and not shit happened except I thought my kid was up to something. Like we're like 5 hours into the night and it looks as if my child is like hiding underneath the covers.
Oh,
Like and
wow.
I'm thinking they're like on a video game or something
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
maybe, but you don't hear any noises. And then finally, it's like my big head was blocking theirs. So finally, I'm so low on the bed that I could see their face, and then I realized that they put their leg up in their sleep, like
Oh,
they just
sure.
like try to have their leg like propped up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, that explains that. I was getting worried, like that
Yeah. What is happening?
it's been 5 hours. This kid hasn't gone to sleep yet.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
but so I had told my husband, I was like, either there's a ghost or this kid is playing video games all hours of the night. And then I
Yeah.
finally figured out it's the leg thing. But
That's funny.
yeah, none of that sleeping stuff, I think. We
Yeah.
talked about it from after the Copper Queen. Maybe a nap. Like if we're gonna do a nap, we can record it, but
Yeah.
not like 6 hours of just sleeping. It's dumb.
Yeah. No, and the nap makes a lot of sense, especially after what happened at the Copper Queen. You're like,
Yeah.
oh my God. So they're just going to be like, excuse me, like midday sleeping? Okay, okay, for like an hour? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That,
That's kind of nice too. Like if we knew it's a place that people report like getting touched at night, like my husband and I stayed at the Bolivar place that's in
yeah,
is it Bolivar? Yeah, it
yeah.
doesn't exist anymore, guys, or not that I'm aware of. But it was a bed and breakfast and it was in Bolivar, Tennessee, and we were staying there and there was why was what was that?
I think someone just turned the light on. So I was like, what? Hello. There was light for a minute. Either
Like
that
a
or,
Like a real person?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay.
definitely.
Okay, okay. That was
It's
just
just weird.
strange.
Yeah, it is strange. Nobody puts the lights on in this house but me, so it's just weird for someone to be like, this is the time. Lights are going on. No. Anyway, sorry.
No, that was strange. Anyways, there were stories of people being touched in their sleep.
Yeah.
And it's like if we were going to a place and we knew that and we don't want to film ourselves actually sleeping, we should take a nap. We should purposely
Yes.
be like, oh, we have to take a nap
That's
because it's
great.
a part of our ghost hunting, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a yes, I love it. It's not because we're little old ladies and we need naps. It's because it's what we do as ghost hunters.
Yes. Yes.
I love it. Makes
Um,
sense to me.
it's a controlled experiment, kind of, you
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
know?
sure.
Yeah. Anywho,
Yes.
so I am going to share some audio with you for two locations because, again, it's just the last bit of what I've got. The first one, let's just go ahead and start sharing. Oh, well, you're going to see the names. So it's the S.K. Pierce house and
Oh,
the Conjuring house.
wow.
Two very super fucking haunted places.
Yeah, I love both of these places. Oh, wow. This is it. Did you finally get someone fessing up to actually slapping me on the face at the Conjuring House then? Were they
No.
like, no? Oh,
No, nothing like that. Let's go ahead and just start with the Conjuring House. Um, no, nothing like that. And actually, this is crazy. So I totally expected that the Conjuring House was going to be its own episode and the SK Pierce house was going to be its own episode. And that is because at least 100% for sure with the SK Pierce house, I had like 5 hours of audio to listen to. I,
wow.
and I walked away with just minutes of stuff,
That's crazy.
which is a good and bad thing. Like, when we started doing this and it was just like EVP, EVP, EVP,
Yeah.
and we were both like, are we fucking crazy? Where
Yeah.
did these voices come from? Are we losing our minds? I listened to like 3 hours and got it down to I don't know because we're not on that video, but it's a couple of minutes or a few minutes long,
Oh,
and,
that's insane.
and so it's like I guess I'm not crazy anymore because
They left.
yeah, and then what's crazy is like I have a lot of evidence from the SK Pierce house,
Yeah.
and so the fact that this recorder just didn't pick it up, but like other devices did, like I love that
Mm.
too. And the same with the Conjuring house. I had about an hour worth of audio in the house, got it down to a minute 10, and then I have some stuff from when we were outside. And so that's
Oh,
good because I didn't really have I don't know what happened to that because remember we filmed the whole tent thing
yes. Yeah.
and then it disappeared
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
the ether. But
Right.
this is from the second floor. I was mistaken. I used this picture of the middle bedroom, but I actually think we're in the other bedroom, like the first one.
Oh,
Doesn't
okay.
matter. We're still on the second floor. You know what? I'm lying. We were in this room the whole time. Never mind.
Okay. Okay.
I thought we were in the other room because you'll hear in a minute you're talking about we thought there was a little somebody watching us from the doorway and that happened in
Oh,
the other room. But
okay.
never mind. I don't oh, I also have notes. I did make some notes and I'm sure they're not very good.
Like, I've been doing terrible with my notes lately. I don't know what is going on. I'm just giving up, I guess, on this whole note-taking thing.
I actually have no notes about the Conjuring House, which but what that means is that the stuff that's on YouTube already, the EVPs that we have or any evidence we have, it does not mirror this. Like,
Gotcha. Okay.
you can watch video of us. This is an EVP burst session. So I only ran the recorder for like, a time that we were doing the burst
Sure.
session. And that is on the video on YouTube, but we don't get the same EVPs.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I like
That
that.
is crazy. Yeah.
Thought there was a little shadow person by the door. Why don't you come on in here and look at this little teddy bear? Did you hear a voice? you hear a voice? Did you hear a voice?
It is very faint, but I swear it's there. And you are saying that you heard something.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they were saying, did you hear that soft, sweet voice?
Yeah. Did you hear that sweet little child that wants to play with our Boo Bear? And they're
Pooh
like,
Bear?
y'all some
Yeah.
bitches.
That
Listen, I
is
could
crazy.
be wrong on the words, but I swear that's what I heard. So
Yeah.
it's
I
very
hear it.
faint, so it's hard.
It is a quiet voice. You wonder like, is it quiet because it's actually coming from the basement and the recorder's picking it up on the top level? Um, like it seemed like if there was a negative spirit, it might be downstairs somewhere, maybe still glaring in from one of the windows. But um, that is crazy. That is really crazy. To start off strong, Wendy.
Yep. Yep. And not all our EVPs were like this at the Conjuring House, but some of
Right.
them were very vulgar. And that was
Yeah.
happening in the room right behind us, you know?
Hmm.
And those are from video that's already on YouTube, but not from this audio. And I realized that I kind of contradicted myself there where I said this was about an hour long, and then I said it was from an EVP burst session. Um,
Oh,
what I mean
I
is that
mean,
I had other audio. So I had audio of just like from different parts of the house, and this recorder only picked up voices during this time. So
gotcha. That makes sense. Okay.
the other time it just didn't pick up anything at all.
Okay.
No, I heard that pop again. It was a pop, but I also heard another like mechanical battery. Yeah.
How old are
Yeah.
you?
Are
Oh,
you
wow. I love that.
Yeah, that is good because they did have that kind of attitude. Like
Yeah.
they didn't really want us up here in this space. Like
No.
if you got to go to YouTube guys and watch the other videos, but that was the consistent I mean, like that was the message we were getting but not getting. Like we weren't getting it in the moment, but we get from our EVPs. Um I will say that the out is not real pronounced, but so maybe I took some liberties there, but I do think that the other words are very clear.
That's exactly what I hear.
Okay.
And to me, it's fitting because of like some of the things that had happened. But yeah, that's exactly what I hear. And to me, it's very clear too. Um, I think it's wild. I love that Boo Bear chimes in just right afterwards. Like, can you tell me your age? Like, everything's great. Everything's wonderful. You get out of my house.
Take your stupid bear with
Stupid
you.
bear. That is so funny. I love
Yeah,
the Conjuring House. These spirits, they're just so silly.
they are just so silly.
Are you a child or an adult?
Like music. What music do you like?
Gangster rap.
Hmm.
The phrase doesn't make sense at all. And
Yeah.
so I think get and new, and I don't know if it's new like this or just, NEW.
Hmm.
But the day I really struggled with this one because it just doesn't make sense what they're saying, but like I could not make out any other words. So I just
Yeah.
put like how I was sounding it out. But seriously, if other people can help me with something that makes sense, not they don't have to be responding to what I'm saying, but like that doesn't even make a real get they knew. Like that's not a sentence or anything, is it?
Well, can you play it one more time? Because I hear the new, but I thought it said something a little different.
Okay.
I just want to make sure, like, that I wasn't just like, sometimes you have to hear things a few times.
I feel like it's got to be something different. I just struggled. I could not get this out of my head.
Hmm. You know what's wild? So I hear the new part, and honestly, when I play it and I read it, I hear "get they new" too, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but it almost kind of sounds French, like something de bleu, like he's got like an accent or something.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that. And maybe that's why it doesn't make sense to me
Sense,
because
yeah,
they're not speaking English, you know?
right,
That's very fair, and I would never be able to figure that out except for like trying to say it in Google Translate, but shit. Like
shit, yeah.
my phone can't even talk to text half the time for me. Like I
Me
I
neither.
swear I don't hear an accent like my talk to text thinks that I do, you know? Like
Yeah,
it misrepresents me all the time. So
I,
I'm certain I would have trouble with that and still not make it out. So hey, if anybody's watching or listening and
yeah.
you speak French, tell me that's what I think. I think that's the closest language I'd go with. But
Yeah. Yeah. It's wild because it's such a like a very loud voice that is obviously not one of us, but it's wild because we can't clearly identify what it's saying. So that's my best guess is that it's maybe a different language. Um, it, I don't know. It's funny too that you mentioned the Google Translate because I think my phone thinks I speak French the way that it turns some of my talk to text words. But
Oh,
uh,
man, I have the worst time with mine. So, yeah, I wouldn't even attempt to do that. But
yeah,
yeah, it's a good idea that it's some kind of foreign language, and that's why it does not make sense.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. That's cool. Okay.
Again, I'm sorry. Are you a child or an adult? So that was the end.
Hmm.
So then let's go
We are
outside.
at
Hmm.
Yeah, and I was being lazy, so of course, just one photo the whole time. But this is not that long. So we were out there doing a whole session, asking all kinds of questions, and at one point we even use our phones to play like a native language because
Yes.
there's stories of this part of the grounds having like residual energy from some native war. I want to say, it was not two native tribes fighting, but like something else. Yeah. Oh, what was it called? They had a
King
name.
James, right? It
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
King, not King James, shoot, King
It's something like
Phillips.
that
King
though.
Phillips.
Yeah, that's exactly what
That's
it
it.
was. Yeah. So it was like the English, right? Then
Yeah.
fighting some natives or something. And that
Yeah.
has left a stain on this area that we're in. So at one point we even play some of that. But yeah, let's
I
just
thought
talk.
it was Algonquin, right? Isn't that what we had queued
Hmm.
up?
Yep,
Yeah,
you
okay.
are so smart. Good memory.
Yay.
the
And I don't have any notes for this because none of this is already on YouTube. So this is all fresh stuff that,
Okay.
I guess it's the only bit of stuff that we have from there.
floating
Awesome.
regrets campsite area on
Oh, I left, you know
That's
what?
right.
Now I know why this is so long because I left it for YouTube purposes that we're retelling the story of the tent. And if you haven't watched our other Conjuring episodes and you're like, what about this tent? There was a tent similar to this that we were walking up on, and it just looked like there were hands like on the front, like holding the tent door, as we're getting
Mhm.
closer to it. And we're like, there's a
Nope,
squatter
nope.
in this
Yep.
area. And so we backed off real quick
Mhm.
and called the ghost host that was in the house and was like, how do y'all keep these tents secure? Do you ever have people that are like on the property? What the fuck is happening out here? And she's like, they're locked. Like, nobody can get in them. I don't know if that's true or not, but we did not stay in the tents. And we got to stay in
No.
the house after that.
We sure did. And she was like a bulldog too. I mean, people were pulling up to the house to like try and like take pictures. Rubberneck, I guess, is sort of a weird way to put it, but like, hey, there's the Conjuring House. Let's hop out and take some pictures. Let's see what we can see. And she would be out there like, get the hell out of here. This is private property. You got to go. Like immediately telling them to leave. And maybe she wasn't saying get the hell out of here, but she
I
was
think
on
she
them.
was. She was
She
pretty
was, right?
spicy about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was spicy. Yeah, she let them know who was in charge. So like. I feel like they had cameras or something because she was on whenever they appeared. So if anyone had like snuck under the fence or whatever, I think she would have seen them, man.
I agree. And we know for a fact that there are surveillance cameras in the woods because we walked the whole thing and we saw
Yeah,
them, you know? So you would think that at some point in time, if there was somebody
that's
that
right.
had cut their way into one of these tents and was staying in one of the tents, that they would have seen that,
Hmm.
and that they wouldn't be letting that stuff go on. So I don't know. It was freaky as fuck, and we did not feel super comfortable. And so we were kind of telling the spirits about that and then asking them if they knew who was in the tent. And I have
Hmm.
completely lost the EVP. So
Oh no!
let me just see what's going on right here.
There were voices off in the distance. They are real people. Is someone in the tent
Someone in the tent.
across the way?
Is there a person in the tent at Perrin's Purgatory?
For the recorder, there were voices off in the distance. They are real people at their house across the street.
Oh,
Are there spirits inside the tent at Perrin's Purgatory?
Are there any entities in these woods that would like to communicate with us?
Now, you note how, like, you heard that little, like, blurb or whatever, and
yeah.
because I heard you say, oh. So, like, when we were asking, is there somebody that was in the tent? I thought, oh my God, I have an EVP. They're saying no or whatever. And then I note there was people talking. And yes,
Right.
there are houses across the street and one even like further down the property line or whatever. You can't really see them from the house, but we had driven past the house and back, so
Hmm.
we know they exist. Um, this does not sound like that. Like this, you that just sounds like a pop of noise, and like you
Hmm.
can't make out what they're saying. You could just hear chatter in the distance, and this sounds very faint,
Hmm.
but it like I feel like you can clearly make out the words. So I think it's an
Yes.
EVP.
That's where I am with it too. You can clearly make out these words, and it doesn't sound like distant or muffled, like it's coming from some, house that's nearby. And that's what you would hear if the people are outside talking. You can hear their voices, but you can't make out usually what they're unless someone's like screaming help,
Right.
or something like that. And that was never happening with the surrounding areas. This does sound like an EVP that is just coming. And almost kind of like a direct response to what we're asking them too is like, yeah, not with your stuff. Like they needed
Yeah.
something different.
Yeah, you pull out a pendulum after a while, and or maybe you have it at the same time, but obviously you're getting some kind of responses with it, but I don't think we were getting like a full storyline or anything. So I
Okay.
did think it was interesting that we don't get a whole lot from this little trip outside, but maybe it's because that's not the kind of things they want to use to talk to us about or talk to us with, is what I mean. Also,
Yeah.
there was a storm coming in, so like the wind's gonna pick up at some point.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Hmm.
Are there any spirits inside this tent?
Maybe I'm getting the words wrong. Maybe I was just creating my own storyline there. But I feel like parts of that sentence you can clearly hear. And then
Yeah.
I will admit that I feel like the find out is like find out, like it starts to like dissipate.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
That
don't
is,
like that response.
I don't either. That's what I was thinking. What a creepy, no, why don't you find out? The find out, I can hear that, and that's what like kind of clued me into like the rest of the words and how they form. And I, no, sir. Like, why is it so bad out there? Why is it so freaking weird? The property is a whole nother story. Even the
Yeah.
ghosts inside were like, why would you do that? Remember? Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's some shit going on inside the house, and they're like, don't go out there.
They were like, "Oh no, it's
Oh,
fucking scary out there." They
yeah.
did not seem to. We asked them multiple times about, what do you think about going outside or the property or the tents? And they were like, "Ugh, no,
Yeah.
no, thank you." So they're even whoever's out there, I feel like must be aggressive. Like
Yeah.
they're just, I don't know, they're out to scare or intimidate people. And so now this makes me fully believe that that was a spirit in that tent being like,
Dude,
ah, y'all coming up in here.
I'm so glad we did not stay in that tent.
We would have died. Just
If we had, if they had said, yeah, here's, go out to your tent, have a good night, and we walked up to it and we saw those hands, like like you said before we would have slept in the van, but knowing that the van is still on the outside on the property, like it's
yeah.
still a nope.
No, because like I mean I could sleep in the house, but
Yeah, right, right.
I
Yeah.
think you just would have been out there watching every, like, because like if there's any little bit of light on a canvas tent, you can kind of see like shadows and stuff like that.
Oh my
Um,
God.
and I just would have died. I would have died.
I would have
And
died.
then I think if we tried to sleep in the van, it would have like all your windows. You don't have coverings, you know?
No, 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 no. Terrible. I don't know how we would have done it.
We would have
Oh
just
my God.
left. We would have just woke Amanda up and been like, you have to let us out. Like that
Yep, we
probably would have
gotta
been the
go.
first time we would have ever left a location,
That's sure.
if they didn't let us in that fucking house. So
Yeah, right.
thank God that we got
Thank
to
God.
stay in the Conjuring House.
No
Um,
kidding. Oh my God, I can't imagine what would have happened. That tent was fucked up. And
mhm.
it's so appropriately named too, Perrin's Purgatory. Like we picked the like, yeah, we're gonna go camping on the Conjuring property. That's sweet. Oh, they got a cute little tent called Perrin's Purgatory. That's the one.
Love it. We're awful. Yeah.
Sign us up.
Can you do another word?
Yeah, I can pick path or trail.
Repeat that one a couple times. Do these words mean anything to you? Do these
Oh, that last one seems to be a little short. But yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't think that the aggressive spirit out there is native at all.
right,
They do not appreciate or I mean, they don't sound, they're not speaking in another language. So I would say this is
right.
a white man.
Yeah,
But I guess it's possible that they could just be like, I don't like your phone. Quit making it make that sound, or
right,
whatever. You do get the interference. I don't know if that has something to do with the phone and the recorder. Um,
right.
Not real sure.
Mm.
There was also at some point some very low, like possible whispering. I don't know if you
Yeah,
heard that. I couldn't make
yeah,
anything out, so I obviously left it in, but I didn't note it because it was just so low. But I thought this was louder and
yeah.
hilarious that they're just kind of like, please.
Please. Cut that shit out.
Quit it.
Um, the can you stop that? Again, it's kind of drawn out like the other voice was. So I wonder if it's the same
I think it is the same person. The one that said, not so much the stuff one, like not with your stuff, but the
Yeah.
one that said, "Why don't you find out?" They
Oh,
sound
yeah.
like the same voice to me, the same male
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
So the not with your stuff, I think is so faint. It's a little hard to decide like male, female, or what, you
Yeah.
know?
True.
But
Yeah.
these two voices sound the same to me. And
Yeah.
so I love it and also love that we didn't stay out there.
Same. And I just thought of the other EVP that you caught in the house, and I'm like, maybe it's French, but maybe it's this Algonquin. I don't know why it would be in the house, but if it's another language, obviously we wouldn't have been able to make that out either. I mean, that's, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what the situation is with like French fur traders and stuff in this area either.
yeah,
Because they would always get like native scouts and stuff to, or trade with natives. So
yeah,
I don't,
true.
I don't know if that's a thing too.
Yeah,
But I don't know enough history to know more than that. But
yeah.
yeah, I mean, maybe it could just be that. Something to
I don't.
figure out for later, I guess.
Maybe. Well, I'm glad nothing there said that they were going to kill us. I mean, we didn't die, but still, it would have been really terrifying to have gotten that EVP. Like,
We would, if we had to stay out there, we would have just died of a heart attack
oh
ourselves.
my God. Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know that they could like physically get us. They just don't seem to be very friendly. They seem to want to scare you.
yeah, they don't
But I
want you
guess,
there.
yeah, I guess the house doesn't really want you there either. But I don't know.
Yeah. After seeing that on the tent, and if we had to go into it, I don't know, man. That would have taken a lot of courage. I don't know where I would have found it.
No. I don't think liquid courage would help either. I just think,
No. It's like
we probably would have slept in the porta potties that are outside.
kidding. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no windows in there.
we just can't do this. All right, so let's get into the SK Pierce stuff. And I think we'll start with this one. And I do have notes about this one because some of this does match up with what we have on YouTube already. So some of it's a little redundant, but it's louder on the audio
Okay.
because that is what they are designed for. So that worked out. So in the nursery, do you remember, and maybe you don't, but there was a noise and we both were like, did you hear that breath? Or you said it first. You go, did you like hear that breath? And I was like, or did you hear that noise? And I was like, yeah. And I think you say, well, I mean, it's going to be in here, but you're like, is that mechanical? Or does it sound mechanical to you? And I'm like, no, it sounded like a breath. But then we think maybe it's them like opening the door.
Okay.
But then we never hear them come back in. Like, so, and then, okay, so I caught it on audio. I think it's the first EVP, but because there isn't a whole lot. This is only a minute long. But yeah, I think I'm making out a word this time
Oh,
around.
wow.
So I'm going to
Okay.
skip ahead a little bit because it's basically just us going into the nanny's room or children's room, not really sure, but we're on the second floor, right next to that red room.
Oh,
And I think over the door it has the nanny's name, like so they've dedicated it to her or whatever. Um,
yeah.
but
Okay.
we're just like, is this your room? You must have been so important to the family. And then random sound, word, don't know. On this floor, then you have to have a pretty important role with the family. Was that you taking a deep breath? No. But did you hear that?
Tell me it's right in my tummy.
Was that you? So it is very
Yeah.
breathy. It's very, you know,
Yeah.
and it also has like a mechanical sound to it. But I don't know, it kind of like sounded like hallway on here. It is the exact same sound on the video that's on YouTube already, and that video is just called, what is that video called? SK Pierce Mansion Video Evidence. It's like 10 or 20 minutes long, I don't know, and it's the progression of our whole night and evidence that we
Mhm.
found from that video camera. But it's on there. It's just not as loud. So I think this is a better, show of what that thing was. Still undecided. If it's a noise, is it actually going, oh, wait, like it's kind of a weird voice and it's random. Um, or is it that door? But I really don't think it's the door, like
It's
downstairs.
no, so that's a weird thing. I mean, honestly, to me, it does sound like hallway. It
Hmm.
does sound like it's saying hallway. The man and the woman, the couple that was there, they were so quiet, and it was so funny because there were a couple of times we thought it's those guys, they're doing something, and I remember seeing them, and they were just like, she's doing a crossword, he's reading a book. They're like in the living room, and they're not like running and like like children like to sit down on the couch really quickly like they'll never know. They were just hanging out in the living room, like not doing anything. So I can't imagine it was them opening up a door.
Yeah.
um
And so what we're talking about is like this is the front of the house.
yeah,
This side door is so we are. No, we're on the second floor. So this is the front room, or whatever. This is like, I don't know. It's a bedroom. It's set up like a bedroom. And then there's a middle room, not this window. You can't see it. There's a middle room, and then on the other side of the house would be the red room, all
yeah,
in a row back there. We
yep,
were in the middle room, and then we started to wonder if, because they were smokers, you could like smell it on them, or whatever. Um, we started to wonder if they had stepped outside to smoke, and there was the screen door. It wasn't,
yeah,
I don't, I didn't think it was metal though. I thought it was like a wood screen door, but it would have metal hinges and
sure,
springs,
sure.
and so we started wondering if it was them, and then we had come to this window to try to see it, but there
Oh,
there
you
there is a
can't see
cover.
because of the
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they weren't like out here. Honestly,
Hmm.
you would kind of think that they would try to get away from the front door to smoke, but
Yeah.
I'm not a smoker, so I don't know. Maybe it is normal to be standing outside the fucking door
It
smoking.
is.
So
In Massachusetts, they just like kind of hang their arms out the door. Have you seen the town or what
oh, the Duncans, the Duncan,
Duncan? Yeah, the
yeah.
Duncans. Yeah, the
Oh
nut
God,
vanilla
Casey
nut
and
taps. Yeah,
yeah,
that's right.
Casey Anthony. That's the best Dunkin' Donuts. It's not a commercial. That's right. I forget. It's not a real commercial.
It's
No,
not.
it's from Saturday Night Live, but it is fucking hilarious. If y'all
It
never
is so
seen it,
funny.
put it in TikTok. Casey Anthony Dunkin' Donuts. You'll find it. It's hilarious.
It's
Um,
so funny. It's
yeah,
so true though. It is so Boston.
I'm not from there, so I don't want to like, put words in their mouth, but I feel like it's kind of correct. And he is
It
from
is.
Boston, so I think he would know what he's talking about. So,
Oh my gosh, yeah, definitely. So they might have just been hanging their arms out to smoke, but both of them at the same time. That's a little hard. That's a little hard to do.
yeah. Yeah, so I don't really know, but there's that noise. And then what is not on the video on YouTube is, I believe, if I'm not wrong, there is an EVP that comes again. But like on
Okay.
YouTube, all we got from this room was that weird noise, possible
Yeah.
EVP, and nothing else. But on audio, there's something more.
Didn't we think that it was like it was calling us back out? Like, isn't that when we were kind of moving around? That's what I thought. Yeah.
Man, they did that the whole night. That those
Yeah.
spirits, I definitely think there's multiple spirits, and you'd be in one room and you'd be like, "Hello, is anybody
Hmm.
here?" And they'd be out in the hallway like,
Yep.
so you'd go out in the hallway, "Hello, is anybody here?" And they'd be in another room, and you're
Uh-huh.
like, "What the fuck?" Like, but
Yeah. They're
come here and talk to me.
they're
Yeah,
running from you all night long.
and this is a big house, and
Hmm.
they were either running from us, or they thought it was fucking hilarious to have us run all over the place chasing their noises, you know.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was a breath. I mean, I thought it could be them opening the door downstairs. Oh, because he might be going in and out to smoke. But
Hmm.
Very faint, I understand. So maybe you're like, Wendy, you're insane, but it's there. It's totally there. You
Yeah.
just heard us talking. Like you don't hear any breathy talking. Like this is an EVP. It is very, very faint. It is obviously not, class A, whatever. This is class F. It's faint. um it's something that's there that is not, you know, it's not us. And
No, it's funny because it's like we were just talking about them like running away from us, and they're like, hide them now. Like
yeah,
they were protecting something. They didn't want us to see or get, or maybe it was a spirit relic or just a spirit child or something. But it's so funny because it's like hide them now. Right after I said it was like they were playing games with us. Every time we went into a room, they went into another room, and
they
here it is.
yes, 100%. And so the hallway comment, what is that? Like them trying to draw us in the hallway, or are they talking to each other and they're like
Yeah, yeah.
to get away from them. And then we go into the hallway because we came out to go to the other room. And then they're
Mhm.
like, oh my God, now they're out here.
They won't stop.
Yeah, just quit moving around. I don't know. But I definitely think it fits. And that is
Yeah.
like the only thing I got from there.
So
And then this is from the third floor. And I do have notes, but I don't think the notes. Well, we'll just wait until we get to those because I think there's an EVP before my notes.
Spirits, we are still here. If there's anything that you'd like to say or do for us, not like you're, a circus performer, but, we can pass messages along for you.
yes.
Sometimes I sound like my mother. Like what I just said sounds like my mother's fucking voice, and I'm like,
Whoa.
just like, you tried so hard to not be your parents, and
Yeah,
then sometimes I say things, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's her.
it's the same.
Yeah.
I turned into her anyways. No.
It's just like random things I say, but it's the fact that we do this and I have to listen to my stupid voice all the time. I'm just
Yeah.
like, um,
And there are two very amazing people downstairs that would like to know a last name. They would. That would help piece together your history by getting your full name. Okay, I know I'm standing here, but I heard like what sounded like footsteps. I mean, I'm.
that one's real quick. So I played it like a few
Mhm.
times, again, it's kind of breathy, like the stuff downstairs. I know we are moving around a little bit, but I think it's still vocal.
Yeah. I wonder, like, I wonder if that was like a presence that was coming in, get back, or was I like, or were we like kind of on top of them and then they were like, get back? Like, and because I'm saying something about hearing footsteps too, it doesn't pick up any footsteps, but the voice is there.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Mm.
so were you mishearing that, and it's the breath
Yeah,
and not the
right,
footsteps, or
right.
or did the audio just not pick up the footsteps, and then you're noting it and they're freaking out? I don't know, but that is not on YouTube. Like that wasn't, even though I was video recording, that's not on anything.
Okay, that's cool.
Get off that thing. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like, do you hear it, right?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
stop right there.
Yeah, it's so weird because it sounds like they're yelling it, but it's so faint. So it's like,
I know. The quietest, yeah, yeah.
yeah. And
They're yelling from another dimension or something. Like they're trying so hard to get their message across, but it comes through to us like a whisper, like a mouse is saying it. It's so quiet, but it's
yeah,
so loud at the same time. It's so weird.
it's like tiny voice,
Yeah.
and that's why it's so hard to hear. But you can tell that there's like emotion behind it, and these just go
Yeah.
together. Get back, stop right there,
Yes.
like, and this is at the end of the night. So
No way.
yeah, so like the footsteps in the tower up here are gonna
Hmm.
start in a bit. So this is like we had been up there and investigated and then went and did all the other levels, and it's
Hmm.
the end of the night and we're back. They've probably been hiding up there and they're just like,
Yeah.
oh my God, they just won't leave.
That is really crazy because yeah, it was like this buildup of energy, and clearly they're here telling us like we don't want you here anymore. They're saying they're trying so hard to tell us to go, or they're trying to run away from us so that we can't find them. And then that massive amount of energy that was up in the bell tower, is that what it's called? The bell tower or the lookout tower? I don't know what it's called, but yes, where Wendy was pointing at a second ago.
Yeah.
And then we felt it, and we're like, oh shit, we should leave.
Yeah. And what's so
Yeah.
funny is we go downstairs and talk to the two people. I remember the lady's name was like Minnie, but or right? I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe I
that's
got that
cute.
wrong.
Oh,
But the couple were down here in this room the whole time,
yeah.
except for when we think they might have went outside. But we went down there to talk to them and we were telling them all this noise was happening and they were like, "Oh yeah, we hear about that. Like there's an old lady that stomps around up there and stuff." And then they were like, "Well, if you guys want to hang out a little longer." And we're like, "What? No."
Yeah, no.
Partly we're tired and we want to go to
Yeah,
bed. But
yeah,
yeah, also sounds like the house would like us to leave. So read the
yeah.
room, you know.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is so, yeah, totally. The house was coming alive and not in a good way. Like it was like, yeah, it was getting mad.
Yeah, and at this point, I think we had done Velisca. So we understand when the house tells you you need to go,
Yep.
you should go.
Yep, we
Go
get
sleep
it.
in your car. So,
And we will.
So that's all we're looking for is a full name, please. Right here in this recorder. We're gonna tell Ken
there you go.
and Mimi, and they're
Ken.
gonna be so appreciative that we came up with that. So you could just help them out. You're helping them out, and we're helping them.
Right.
Hmm.
Don't know who Mike is. It's a faint, kind of quick thing. So maybe I'm getting the words wrong. But what I hear is find Mike. I just said their name. So it's Ken and Mimi. And yeah, their name's not Mike, but there's lots of people that have been involved with owning this house, restoring it too. So there could easily
I
be a Mike.
I might know. So I did SK Pierce when it was not refinished on the inside. I went with there was another ghost hunting group and a medium, and I met up with them, and I think I paid like $50 or something, and I got to investigate. And I asked if I could Skype a call with Wendy while I was there. So I kind of pulled Wendy into the investigation, even though she wasn't there. But there was a guy there that had said that he gets his name, and I'm pretty sure his name was Mike. I mean, I have to go back and look. So I'm like, I think I have a picture listed in my collection of SK Pierce stuff where I thought that there was a figure next to Mike, and I'm pretty sure that's how I listed it. So I just have to go back and look. So I wonder if that's when it says find Mike, if it's talking about that guy,
So
because
weird.
that would be wild if they're talking about the other ghost hunter. So they like him.
I wonder what makes them like obsessed with him to say his
Right.
name all the time. I mean, Mike's a common name.
It is a
So
common name. That's true. Yep.
maybe there's a different Mike and he's like, that's me. They're talking about
That's
me,
me.
you know?
Could be.
Uh,
Yeah.
but it is also crazy. And I don't think not believable to think that they've just become obsessed with somebody. Like, what did he do? What did he bring them? That,
Right.
what candy did he have in his pocket or something?
Right.
That they were
Right.
like, Mike's here and he's got the good shit, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. I mean, maybe he was bringing them like cheese snacks or something, and he was sitting down having a wine sesh with the ghost instead of just being like how we're doing it right now, like asking, just please tell us your last name, just speak into the recorder. Maybe he didn't do that, and they're like totally like all about Mike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I wish people could tell us if they ever got our names. Like,
I know.
yeah, like, like, you
Oh,
know,
don't bring them back. Not fine, Chris and Wendy. Don't bring Chris back, please.
maybe at the Acadia Ranch, they're like, where's
Oh,
this girl? Like, they didn't seem to like us there
I
necessarily,
know.
but maybe they're like, they had cheese and pepperoni. I
I
mean,
know. Yes.
you should
I
be
would
like,
love that.
yeah, maybe they're saying our name. I think after our music video, though, they probably wouldn't like us. But
I mean, I don't know. They did. Well, we got that thing on the GhostTube app, I think, that was like imbeciles or something,
yeah,
idiots or
yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
And we owned up to it. So
Yep.
I don't know. I just it'd be funny to find out if they're getting our names in spots too.
I would love that. That's something else I'm going to meditate on.
So thank you, you said it. We'll move out into the hallway here.
Huh.
Did you hear that whistling?
Yeah, I heard that whistling.
I think it really is just a whistle. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything else. We're up here somewhere. Sure, I guess it could be airy and whatnot. This is on the video on YouTube, and that video is called. I thought I was good about writing these fucking names down, but I don't know. Hold on a sec. I don't know. Never mind. I think there's a video on YouTube, and maybe it's just labeled like whistling. Maybe that's why I thought I
Oh.
didn't have to write the title down. But it's on YouTube, but you can hear us react to it, but you barely hear the whistle. So you do
Oh,
hear,
cool.
yeah. So you
Okay.
do hear it better on here. We're not crazy. It really does exist.
Yay.
It only happened the once while we were up there, so that is a little bizarre.
Hmm.
And like we said, they were always trying to get us to go to different spaces. So
Yeah.
maybe they've increased it from footsteps and tapping to actually like whistling, you know?
Yeah.
Um, good on them. But it did draw us out, but I don't know. It didn't go anywhere after that.
Hmm.
So to set the scene, Chris is in a closet, kind of doing a solo thing. And I'm trying to get some last minute pictures, and then these noises start. And I swear when we were there, they sounded like footsteps. Now they
Yeah.
sound like a metal bed, you know, doing some stuff.
Yeah.
Just like it sounds like kind of whining like that. But whatever. I promise you, it's coming from this tower area, and it sounds more like boom, 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 or just squeaky floors or whatever coming
Yeah.
from that area. And it was so freaking loud. And this is on YouTube and videos or other audio devices. And because I had two audio recorders, one was a Zoom that I just kept leaving in spaces, and then this Sony that I was carrying around with me. So it kind of went to each little room with us. But it got picked up the best on this little Sony than all the other devices. But this is on YouTube. in other forms. But then I go and get Chris, and she comes out. And so I skipped that because we've talked about it before. I went to go get Chris and I scared her. So there was a whole drama of screaming and then trying to explain, like, I'm so sorry, but like, come listen to this shit. Um,
Yeah.
so it'll kind of just like naturally fade to that the after the screaming. That's you saying, "What's that?" And then the noises just continue, and that's the rest of the audio. I guess we decided it's time to go home. And oh no, actually, the audio continued as we went downstairs and talked to Ken and Mimi again, and then I turned it off. But yeah, I hear like obviously we're like, who the fuck is up in this tower? So we would be
Hmm.
whispering to each
Yeah.
other, but you hear your whisper of what is that? I don't
Hmm.
think this possible EVP is one of us. Um, and I might be getting the words wrong, and I kind of feel like I hear like four words now, or the last word is two syllables, so I got it wrong or something. But I'm gonna play it one more time.
Yeah. Okay. Like maybe they're saying a name.
Achille? I don't know.
I kill
Like
you now or something like that.
maybe. I don't, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I got that quite right, but I think there's definitely something there. And yeah, we are freaked out in the moment and kind of just like listening to this noise.
Hmm.
Uh, but this is not on like from all the other stuff that's on YouTube from these moments, that
Yeah.
EVP is only on this audio recorder. So that is also why I do not think that it is. I mean, I'm certain it's not one of us talking.
Right. It would have been on something else. I think that, no, I honestly, if there was anything saying, I hear kill very
Hmm.
clearly. And if I
I
had
did
heard
too.
that before, I would have remembered that. Like,
Yeah, for sure. Um,
yeah,
and yeah, that is it. So went
that's
out with a
scary.
bang. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the thing. Like we were feeling the I've told my husband about this so many times because I felt like such a chicken. Like if I had just gathered up my courage and gone up there, maybe I could have seen it, but at the same time it just felt so bad. It was like the way that it's caught on the audio doesn't do it justice. Like it felt so intense, and maybe that's why we heard the squeaking, the noises, but the energy was so much more intense, and that's why it was like, whoa, the house is waking up. We don't need to go up there. We need to actually back up and go the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Um,
Get your shit. Let's go downstairs. And, you know, whatever. You could call us chicken and stuff like that because I mean we were there long enough that we were contemplating it.
yeah,
And we were like, you just go up the stairs and just
right.
peek up there and see if there's something there. But it's kind of like there's no way out. So I mean, this is a spirit. Maybe they could just pop to wherever. But it
Hmm.
wasn't like they were just going to dart into another room or something. It was little bitty space that we would be going in with what felt like something very angry. And they
Yeah.
were just stomping around. And so they were just kind of telling us, it's time for you to go. And what was weird is our time was up. And
Yeah.
so it's kind of like it was
It
an
knew it.
alarm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's so
It knew it.
weird because we wondered if, and I don't know if we asked Ken and Mimi this or not. I mean, we definitely told them about the noise, and
Yeah.
they've done construction on the house, so you think they would know. But we wondered if like wind blowing would just cause it up in that tower. That's not the first tower we've been in, or the
Right.
first house with that kind of tower. The Bellamy
Yep.
Mansion has it.
Yep.
The what is it? Woodrow Fontaine House has it. We were up
Yep.
in it.
Yeah.
No, I mean like, and then when we told Ken and Mimi, they weren't like, "Oh yeah, the wind does that."
Right. Right. They just looked at us like,
Yeah,
that's a haunted house. I mean, there's some shit happening here. Um, that was wild. And another thing too, to catch an EVP saying something about killing when all of that's going on, like, so now I'm really, really glad that I didn't have the courage to go up there.
I'm just
That,
so glad that we listened to our gut. Like when it
mhm.
comes to the tent at the Conjuring House and the
Yeah,
tower at the SK, when they were basically showing us like, I'm gonna fuck you up if you come,
yeah,
if you come up here or if you try to get in this tent or stay out in these woods. And we were like, we heard you.
right.
We'll go somewhere else.
Maybe this is why we've lucked out so many times and we haven't had the terrible negative experiences like some ghost hunters have, like where they get pushed, they get scratched, they almost get seriously hurt because we feel that emotion, that energy, and we're just like, and goodbye. We know it's here. We don't need that.
I feel
We don't
like
push it.
we stay a little respectful to it and we're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, sorry, my bad. I'll get out of your
Hmm.
face, you know? Where you're right, like, especially like you think about like Ghost Adventures, and I know they're all like fake and it's TV or whatever. But something like that would happen to them and they'd be like, oh, we gotta go. I don't know if it's a dude thing versus a female thing or if
Yeah.
they're just dramatic and they live for that, or it's because it's a TV show. But maybe more intense things happen to them, and it's not just them on TV, it's like real people out there as well that have
Yeah.
reported negative experiences. Maybe it's because they see that or they feel that energy or hear something or see something crazy and they're like, I'm still doing it. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm an old lady and I got kids that I gotta go home to and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm fine. That was
We
enough.
we exactly. We're definitely we're of the mindset too that we're just trying to get like answers. And if we can connect the pieces just from our line of questioning, like that's what we want to do. We want to
Yes.
experience the location. If a ghost wants to come and have a chat with us, that's cool, that's great. But we're definitely not we're not like pushing
No.
them into the corner to where they feel like they have to attack. And um, we've never been like that. We have done at some point, like I did the pew 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 with the guns to kind of stir up some energy. But that's as like, wow, that's as aggressive as it gets, you know?
Right? This is not Fight Club. This is
Right.
ghost hunting. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. Like we are not at it. We're not doing this to get scratched. We are not
Right.
doing this to get pushed downstairs. We want paranormal evidence, but
Mhm.
we would appreciate it in the form of photos, of
Yes.
ghosts moving something on camera,
Oh
preferably
yeah.
not throwing it at us. Um, you know,
Preferably, definitely.
yeah, a
Yeah.
voice, something, we're not asking, like, we know that we're accepting that possibility that something could touch us, scare us, whatever, but it's
Hmm.
not what we like go after. So, yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
guess that's why. But it hasn't happened to us, I mean, it's because we get in these positions and we're like, yep, but we're good. We're done. All right.
That's
That,
it.
that was
Yep.
great. got a few
Yep.
EVPs. We're good to go. All right.
Yep. We know something's going on. Yep. Check the box. Checked out the house. It's cool. It's cool. Time's up. Let's go.
Yeah.
Tired. Go
Um,
home.
yeah, but that's all I
Uh,
got from those locations. And like I said, I'm pretty sure I am done with my audio evidence.
wow.
So we're moving on to a bunch of haunted hotels and then the investigations that we got coming up. So for you guys, you got to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can see all the evidence that we drop because this is where all the meat and potatoes are. So to see the real shit, you got to be on here. But to kind of see like what we're doing in the moment, where are we at, these locations that we haven't given any names to, that are literally happening just next week.
Yes.
I have to start packing tomorrow. Um, that if you want that up to date kind of stuff, you've got to follow us on the socials because you'll hear about it first on there. So, of course, that's all the famous socials. You know what they are. And we are COTN underscore paranormal on all of that, including YouTube, which you are here, so you know that. But yeah, COTN underscore paranormal on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And Twitter's not called Twitter. What is Twitter called?
It's X.
Oh, yeah.
I still call it Twitter, but yeah, it's
Right. And I respect that. I think it should be Twitter. X Twitter? No, just
X.
Twitter. Yeah. But yeah, follow us on those things so that you can see what we're into because it's about to get real. We're
It
about to
is.
be at some pretty fucking creepy locations, and I am so excited about it.
I'm so excited. And it's funny. So Wendy has to start packing tomorrow for her trip to visit me, and then we'll go to these places. I also have to start packing tomorrow. Even though I could wait, but I can't. I have so much to like get through, and I've already made a list of like all the things that I got to do to clean off the rest of my recorders, make sure that I've got plenty of space for all these places. Can't wait.
Not just that, Chris is always great about having a million and one things that
Oh
you could
yeah.
ever need packed up in the car. And these two locations are proof that you need to be prepared. Can I sleep
Mm,
in my car? Like
you're right.
your car's kind of small, but
No, no.
if we're
We
taking the
can make it work.
van, that's good. If we're taking the Honda, that's a little different. But we'll snuggle. It'll be fine. You got to have a safe space, guys, just in case it gets crazy. But
Yeah,
Chris will make sure you have all the toilet paper that you need.
it's true.
That is why I hang with her. So luckily, we have only done that once, but slept in a car, I mean. But yeah, that is it. That's all I got for you. All right.
It was wonderful. I love that you're wrapping up your audio with those two locations. They were intense locations and wow, just awesome. Very good stuff. So, yeah, thank you for that.
You're welcome. Sweet dreams. All right.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye.